Sports City, chefs, Sports City, chefs. Yeah. Cabby, Taj.
What's going on, Sports City? It's your boy Sirius back at the helm with another edition of Finger Foods, an exclusive here on Sports City Chefs, the network, and SportsCityChefs.com. As I customly say before we get started, if you're not currently a subscriber, I would definitely urge you guys to become a subscriber. Hit that post notification and that bell and get notified every time we post. We are also on a plethora of different social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. So if you enjoy the content that we bring to you guys on a regular basis, I would definitely encourage you, everybody, to jump over to our social media platforms and interact with us. These thoughts and these feelings are those of my own and do not represent the NBA or Sports City Chefs as a company. I shoot from the hip, I pull no punches, and I definitely spare no feelings. I wanted to dive straight into some NBA conversation, some stuff that was percolating in my mind as the NBA season comes to a close. For starters, Ja Morant got suspended 25 games for his latest gun incident, and there's some kickback from the NBA PA about the suspension. The comment said it's not fair and consistent with past discipline in the league. And for that, I am scratching my head. If you want to get technical, the consistency would have been to have suspended Ja Morant for a significantly larger period of time. Gilbert Arenas got upwards of 45 games. Other stars or other players that have had similar infractions have gotten a significant amount of time. So for the NBA PA to come out and say that is not consistent is a little bit disheartening. When I got the news, I immediately thought it was a slap on the wrist. This is a guy who, in a span of 6 weeks to 2 months, if you will, has had multiple infractions involving firearms. And although he broke no legal law, if you're going to sit in the office of the commissioner and state that you had a change of heart, a change in direction, an about face, if you will, to come back out and do that very thing is, again, a slap in the face. But when I pulled back the onion, if you will, and looked at 25 games, these 25 games are significant for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, that officially eliminates Ja Morant from any type of postseason awards and accolades. He can't make an All-NBA team. He can't win MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, none of that. Because of that, that also disqualifies him from the incentives that are in his contract that require him to make these type of All-NBA teams. So, essentially, Ja Morant being only suspended 25 games, although on the surface looks like a slap on the wrist based off of the context of what took place. In the grand scheme of things, he really shot himself in the foot with what he did. I really hope that he is contrite and changes his behavior. There was a statement that he made where he stated today that he apologized for his actions, that he wants the kids and family members and loved ones and everybody that looks up to him to, give him an opportunity to make this right. And as I sit here today on the 18th of June, it's going to be a significant long period of time before I myself are able to do that. Not that I don't believe in redemption. Not that I don't believe in a man's ability to change direction and about face and go a different way. It's a simple fact that fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I really want to see this guy do well. I really want to see him buck this trajectory that he's on. However, as we currently sit here today, I don't foresee that taking place. I don't know what's happening behind closed doors. I don't know what's happening in meeting rooms and phone calls and everything like that. But in order for Ja Morant to essentially change his course of action, he has to change the people he's involved with. And I don't foresee that taking place based off of current events. To pivot to another NBA topic that I wanted to talk about, Barry the Villain Jordan penned an article on SportsCityChefs.com kind of outlining some potential offseason trade candidates. And I wanted to kind of reference that as I go through here on this evening. He mentioned in one of his paragraphs Damian Lillard potentially being moved, and Dame Dollar is linked to a bunch of different teams. I'm going to be very, very curious to see where he lands. Another guy who has been linked to a bunch of teams, ironically the same teams that Damian Lillard, is Bradley Beal, the shooting guard from the Washington Wizards. We spoke about it on the Roundtable Gumbo show on Thursday, and we touched on it a little bit on the Carlos Cookout on Wednesday, but for Bradley Beal to have this type of pull and then have this type of position, it's a little bit disheartening because he's not a star type player. He's a face. He's a player on a bad team. But if you put Bradley Beal in a situation where he has to go get you 35, 45 wins by himself, he's shown that he can't do it. His body breaks down. And he's no longer available. And the Washington Wizards unloaded a bag, and now they're stuck. A couple other free agents that I wanted to touch on that could potentially be on the move. Chris Middleton of the Milwaukee Bucks. He could definitely be on the move. I'm curious to see where he goes. I think the best place for him will probably be to stay put in Milwaukee, and he and Giannis running that thing back. Russell Westbrook, currently of the LA Clippers, as a guy who I think the market's starting to dry up on Russell Westbrook. I think he had a nice second half of the 2023 campaign, if you will, 2022-2023 campaign. However, if he's trying to parlay that into significant dollars this offseason, I think he's sadly mistaken. Kyrie Irving is a big name who is going to be garnering a lot of attention. Obviously, he's linked to LeBron James and the LA Lakers. Kyrie Irving has tried to get him to join him and Dallas, which I find very ironic because last time I checked, that was Luka's team. Fred VanVleet of the Toronto Raptors is probably going to be on the move as well. There's a lot of NBA stuff, a lot of NBA free agents that are going to be on the move, but I will close with this. For the next couple weeks, next couple months, I hope that these NBA players stay out of trouble. I hope that they are in the gym working on themselves because I'm going to miss this game. We've hit this part of the calendar where there's no football, there's no basketball unless you watch the WNBA. There's no college stuff unless you watch the College World Series, but basketball is going to be fun. Basketball is going to be fun when it comes back. With that being said, God bless. Catch you guys on the next one.
Sports City, chefs, Sports City, chefs, yeah. Cabby, Taj.